9.9 Minneapolis St Paul.
Yeah, cool things are happening right here. I'd like to remind everybody that, Paulie perhaps forgot to call Brian right now. We're going to do that right now and see if we can get him on the line because, hold on, let's make sure I got his phone number here. There you go. It's my queuing, man. It was all off. Anyway, I'd like to remind everybody that this car show's Thursday, and the great thing about this, we're going to have some fun. Hey, how you doing? What's going on? Good morning, Brian.
Yeah.
Sorry, I did not hit my cue this morning, but you know what? Too many things are going on in my life, especially, with Mike Lanier. He's going to be coming back, thank God, at 8:15 next week. He's going to talk about the car shows on a national level. But, what do you have going on for us today?
Well, I'm going to start with you asked me last week about the Proving Ground event up at Brainerd International Raceway. And I didn't have much information for you, so I did a little research on it this week, so I want to start out reporting on the Proving Grounds. What that is off of the Brainerd Raceway website, they say Proving Grounds is our turbo rodeo for imports and sport compact cars at BIR. It features drifting, autocross, open competition, and drag racing. So it's basically they're using the entire track up at Brainerd to do road racing, drifting, drag racing, everything, autocross. And the first date is June 11th through the 13th, and the second date is September 10th through the 12th.
Wow. So they're opening up the whole track for this thing?
Yeah, it's basically the entire grounds. They use everything. I mean, they're doing autocross, they're doing road racing. So you can take your car on the road course, you can drift it, you can do autocross, and you can drag race. So they're using the entire property to take your cars up there, and it's primarily imports and sport compact cars.
Wow, they could have done that at the Lowry Tunnel last week. Anyway,
right, exactly.
But
I think they did do a little bit of all of that at the Lowry Tunnel last week.
Well, I saw the tire marks, so geez, the worst thing about that, I hate to, talk about negative things, but, they backed up all this traffic. It was unfortunate, but, it's okay. But going back to the Proving Grounds, have you ever done any drifting in your lifetime?
I have not. I've been up there on Wednesday nights to do the Wednesday night drag races up there, and also going on at the same time, there is drifting. So I've seen drifting there, and then when I was out at SEMA once, I was watching people drifting there. So I just watched it. I've never participated.
When I was in my earlier lifetime, right, I used to have this Volkswagen with a Porsche engine in it, right? And this was got to be the 75, 76. Man, I used to go out there, and there was a group of us, in these hot rods, not hot rods, but in Volkswagens, right? And we would drift, almost tipping these cars over. Man, it was like crazy, especially you need to have a good handle on that handbrake. That's all, it's about handbraking and, trying to pick up, some speed to this thing. But, the Proving Grounds, I wonder if I should put together a Volkswagen and talk to John Jackson and perhaps go up there. One day, maybe in a couple of years, we'll be able to do that. You might be the oldest drifter. Hey, stop it, man! Holy Christ! But it'll be fun. It'll be fun. Anyway, so Proving Ground. That sounds really cool. So they got the drifting, and what else did they have there?
Autocross.
Yeah.
The road course.
Yeah.
And the drag strip.
Yeah. Wow. So cool. All right. So what else are we talking about this morning?
Well, I just want to talk about the first couple of car shows that are coming up. I'm really getting excited about I think we're going to get back to a fairly normal summer of car events. this year.
Wait, hold everything. You're getting excited?
Yeah.
This is good. All right, so let's talk a little bit about the car shows. This is cool.
Well, the first couple that are coming up are both up at Route 65 Sales and Classics up in Ham Lake.
Ooh.
On Saturday, April 24th. It's the 8th annual Tomahawk chapter. That's the Pontiac Car Club. Is having their car show up there from 9 to 1, and that's open to all makes, not just Pontiacs. And then Saturday, May 8th, it's the Icebreaker Get Together, and that's from 9 to 2 up there, and that's put on by the Cold Steel Cruisers. So if you need more information on them, they're all on Facebook. You can either find them on Hot Rods and Classics, or there's events posted for all of these, so you can go to Facebook events and find information on them. But every day there's more and more being posted. I see that you posted now that the Scavengers Car Club is back this year. So there's lots of them that are coming back. So that's really a good sign.
Yeah, it is. And, you recently got something in an email form for the show that we're participating in. And, I think it was a smart move by them to actually have the media day at the same time or the same day. What did you say?
Well, yeah, I was going to talk. That's what I was going to finish up with. But yesterday I got the email from the Twin Cities Auto Show that, they're moving forward May 15th to the 23rd. At the State Fairgrounds, so I got our media packet. And last year, we went the Friday before it opened. That was Media Day, and we got to get in before it was open to the public and did our tour, and we did Facebook Live. Well, this year that's going to be on Saturday morning. So I assume that we're probably going to be there going Facebook Live on Saturday, May 15th.
Absolutely, and we'll have some fun with it.
Between 8 and 10 a.m. So I think it's a pretty exciting thing that they got set up there. It's, they're saying that it's the largest in history of the Twin Cities Auto Show. More than 30 times the size of its previous home at the Minneapolis Convention Center.
Wow.
12.9 million square feet to play with.
Wow.
Because they've got the entire 322-acre Minnesota State Fairgrounds as their playground.
That is so cool, man. And, I'm so honored to be part of this. Aren't you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They got monster trucks are going to be there, fair food. So a lot of the food places are going to be open. Themed blocks with neighborhoods, collector cars, race cars, different things like that. The truck track.
Wow.
Ride and drive. So they're adding a lot of stuff. So you're going to be spending some time there this year when you go to it, because it's going to be very interactive.
Well, as soon as you said fair food, man, come on, give me a break.
There you go. It says that more than a dozen of the well-known State Fair restaurants and stands will be open.
Wow.
So, of course, including Sweet Martha's.
Now, I'm excited about that, all right?
The fresh French fries, Tom Thumb mini donuts, and the Coaster's Beer Garden. So that's a biggie.
Well, yeah, that could be for you. Maybe we can stop by and have a couple beers, huh?
That's right. It's $15. Tickets are $15 online. They're $20 if you buy them there. So I would suggest buying them online. And then they also say that there are $7 off coupons available at any of the member auto dealerships. So that it sounds like that could be an event. So I'm kind of looking forward to that.
I am too, man. I mean, once again, it's the Twin Cities Auto. It's going to be over at the auto show, and it's going to be at the Minnesota State Fairgrounds. Is there anything else that they're having at the Minnesota State Fairgrounds that are coming up that you're aware of?
Well, I saw earlier this week that the all GM car show is scheduled for the Minnesota State Fairgrounds early June. I don't have the date right off the top of my head, but some of this stuff is starting to happen. Back to the 50s is still scheduled. They say that they're going to make their final decision on May 1st on whether it's a go or not. But at this point, for mid-June, Back to the 50s is still on. And I've heard that, Street Machine Nationals, they're posting that they're happening in July over there also.
Wow. And I'm starting to get excited now that you're saying that. These shows are starting to, come around again. And it was still up in the air, for a while. But now that they're confirming things, I'm pretty happy with the results, aren't you?
Oh, exactly.
I am disappointed. I'm kind of sad. All right, I'm really sad that we weren't able to have the GSDA show. I mean, come on, that was the opening of the car show industry here. Wouldn't you say?
Well, it would have been last weekend, and it would have been a perfect weekend for an indoor car show. It was kind of damp out, and then the low 50s. It was perfect indoor car show weather. So it would have been a great day for it.
Well, you know what? We'll do it next year, I hope. Because I saw a memory, right? It came up on Facebook. Wait a minute, what is this? And there I am. There's a picture of 2 years ago. There's a picture of Sizzlin 99.9 that you posted. I think it was one of those. Was it a mural? As soon as you walked into the GSDA event 2 years ago?
We have a sponsor board that we have all of our show sponsors shown on. Yeah, graphics. So that was what that was the sponsor board.
I shed a tear. Trust me. I looked at that. I went, "Oh man, I felt like a baby back then with this." But can we anticipate GSTA next year? Provided that the conditions are okay.
Oh, of course. We just keep holding off, saying our 64th was supposed to be in 2019, and 2020, and then 2021. Well, now it'll be in 2022. So,
well, I hope everyone gets their shots. Anyway, let's talk about the GSDA swap meets.
Swap meet coming up on Saturday, May 16th, from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. up at KJ's Refuge in Orac, Minnesota. And everybody goes, "Where the heck is Orac?" Well, it's basically Big Lake. It's just north of Highway 10. In Big Lake is what it is. It's just a tiny little town called Orac, but it's actually Big Lake, so it's not that far out.
I thought you were saying Big Lake, but anyway, life goes on. What else are we talking about, man?
That's about it. I'm just gonna remind everybody to listen in tomorrow at 8:15 for Speedy's Jukebox, because we're gonna kick off a new segment there this week called Same Title, but the song is different.
This is very encouraging, and I think it's going to be fun. So all of our listeners, when you have a chance, stop by and check it out with Speedy's Jukebox tomorrow at 8:15. Thanks, Brian. I'll see you soon, okay?
You bet.
All right, nicely done. Even though that I missed my cue, this guy was a professional. That's right. He just came on and did it. Right. He's a great person. Anyway, you're listening to Paulie's Pit on KSIZ Sizzlin 99.9, and it's time to go back to some music. And at 45, I've got Steve Queen coming up.